Hello and welcome to Let's Play Hollow Knight with me, Cientier, and I don't have my compass on because I know where I'm going and it's out of here. In fact, I'm going to go to the Black Egg. Which is easiest to get to from Dirtmouth. Because last episode, I got the Beast, which is the last of those 3 Guardian Sleepers, whatever, I hadn't gotten yet. Also, the heroic stench emitted by the Defender's Crest, as far as I can tell, does damage, which is something. I'm going to keep this current allotment of things, because I know, again, where I'm going, so it seems a bit silly to equip anything else. I don't know what to do with my Geo at this point. I have so freaking much. Yeah, see, that just straight up killed him. I'm picking up the Geo out of habit, not out of need. Okay. Well, with the discovery that the Defender's Stench is really good, I'm going to go into this Temple of the Black Egg, because I may have done Plot last time, and I want to see what that does. Hello? Yes? Question mark? Well, there are circles here. What am I? Okay. Vessel, though bound, you shall know the state of the world. Hellenest will be whole again. Completion percentage viewable in inventory. $75. That seems pretty good. I imagine there's an upgrade to Howling Wraiths somewhere. I don't think I got all of it. There's at least one more nail upgrade. There's at least one more of those. I don't even know what goes after King's Idols. There's one more pale ore at least somewhere. And there are a lot of crests. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot of entries too. Wow, okay. Hellenest will be whole again. Okay. I mean, I'm not here to get 100%. I might on my own time, but not while LPing. Who are you? Protected. Ended. There's a nail there. Uh-oh. This side, they're vulnerable. Hi, are you the king? The Hollow Knight. I don't know what you're doing over there, but I'm healing. Sir, have you tried having that checked out? Sir, you seem to be ill, sir. Wait, are you stabbing yourself? Oh, he's being freaking taken over by the infectious rot. And I don't think he likes it. Yeah, he's trying to force the rot out of himself. I'm glad that they have those focus prompts. Hallow Nest. Ooh. The Hollow Knight. Sweet. I still don't know half of what's going on. Ari Gibson. William Pellin. Technical Director David Kazi. Sound and music by Christopher Larkin. Marketing and Public Relations, Matthew Lethman. I really like this game. I know that's probably not a controversial opinion, but I had a lot of fun with it. I think, thinking over it, and I will probably record some more gameplay of this, but with some post-commentary thoughts on the game for next week. But just to give some initial impressions with, I guess, my first beating of the game, since I guess I've beaten it now, or at least the story, as far as I understand it. I'm really impressed with their atmosphere. The game is... Mechanically, it's really streamlined, and I'll explain what I mean by that in a moment. I'm also really impressed with how much content there is in it. There's a lot of enemies. There's a lot of charms, with a lot of really interesting and unique effects. There are a lot of zones, a lot of different bosses. It's just a game porting Lead Shark Jump. There's a lot of really impressive stuff in it. It's just, there's so much in here. And so I'm just really, really impressed with the sheer quantity of content and the quality of it. Now, what I mean by like streamlined mechanically, it's really easy with a game like this to have a lot of upgrades that are kind of really elaborate keys. And it's hard to get away from that to some extent because, wow. 2,158 backers in Kickstarter. Yeah, that sounds about right. So a lot of games are going to have... Thank you for your congratulations. Well done on achieving this great feat. You persevered and you triumphed. We hope you enjoyed yourself in the world of Hollow Knight. We'll meet you again soon on the road ahead. I think I shall. So I'm going to sit on the screen for a moment and kind of explain some of my thoughts. So with a game like this, that is an upgrade hunter, a game where you're hunting upgrades in order to make progress, right? Metroidvanias is the common term, but I like upgrade hunter better, just because I believe that it is a clearer term. It's the one that we use at Vernacular Games. And so it's really easy to want to make upgrades that are, in terms of like mobility and stuff, are really kind of elaborate keys. And something like the sword power, the Y charged sword, at least as I've seen it, is very much so that. It is very much so a key that you charge up and it opens stuff, right? It's a key to a door. But a lot of the upgrades, particularly the mobility upgrades, are much more integral feeling. They really change your progression. So they did a really good job of figuring out how to give you navigational tool upgrades that, for the most part, don't feel tacked on and feel like they actually do something. And I'm really, really impressed by that. They avoided the temptation to try to make too many of those, to give you too many things to go after, and instead went with a charm system, which gives you a lot of interesting decisions, while also being fundamentally a really useful set of things to try to customize, figure out how to approach challenges. It's a point of customization, but it's done in a way that I like, where you can't just use everything. And it makes you make decisions, but it's interesting and engaging to make those decisions, and there's room to experiment and discover things. And yeah, I overall just really, really like how this game is made. Its design is really cool to me. And I think I'll enjoy playing more of it in the future. I'll have to process more thoughts later. But for now, I really like the charm system because it gives them stuff that's unique to find, that's interesting to find. It's not just like missile upgrade number 54, while being unnecessary to completing the game. So it's this really neat balance of things. So I really appreciate. I'm just really, really impressed by the design of this game. So. That brings us to 75% game completion in 21 hours and 54 minutes, 37 seconds. So a little under 22 hours. You guys have been able to see all of that, except for the bits where I'm paused to stop the video recording or whatever. This is a really great note to end the week on. But I also see that this episode's a little short. Steel Soul mode unlocked. No shade, no reviving, death is permanent, the ultimate challenge. Yeah, no. Oh, that's cool. So you see they changed the background. So that way it's doing the heart pulse thing. It didn't used to be that way. That's cool. So I'm going to go ahead and pop this save back in and kind of think through things a little bit more as I poke around. I don't know. I guess I have enough time that I'm not sure that I will do another episode, actually. Like, even that power, which is really unimpressive? I'm not sure if unimpressive is the right word. But feels very unnecessary. You know what? Let's anything else, thank you. So there still are areas to poke around in. I have no idea about that end. Over here, I can't actually get to that because I'm blocked over here. I don't know if there's like... It's not going through there. I bet it's through the Queen's Gardens, but I don't know how to get through the Queen's Gardens. I suspect it requires some Stagway stuff. I still don't know what to do about those black pillars. It's possible that there's something to be found off in this area, or possibly even once I get 500 there. So let's go ahead and go back to that spot in the Mantis Village. Probably quickest to get to from Queen's Station. Probably. Up there right now. Okay, let's just go ahead and go back. So any other final thoughts? Like because like I said, I'm not planning on. Their environment art is really good. I'm really impressed with their environment art. Let's actually go ahead and look at some of the upgrades. So their map is really well done. I like how interconnected it is. It can get a little tedious travel to one space or another, so I do kind of wish there were more stagways. And there's got to be at least 2, right? Because the guy indicated that he would open up more stuff once the last one was found. And I forget where he said that from. He might have said it from the Spirit's Glade one. I might go there to talk to him. And I feel like there's something more off that way. Because that fell down there and not over there. And I'm not sure what that means. Okay, well, let's go... Go talk to him. I'm going to drop that from my compass. I feel like there's something to do with the simple lock still, but I need to find another simple key. Okay, let's go to the resting grounds station and see if he says more there. I do like the Sagway. Overall, I'm really impressed with this game from a level design standpoint and a... oh, where is the... Because her next thing is at 500. Right. So I would need to... Yeah, I like the different... all the different charms and stuff. I like that as a system. I like that there's these for those who want to play a little bit riskier or whatever. I have no idea where all of these could possibly be. There's quite a few charms left. The spells seem like a good system without being too much. These are fine. I still don't know where that last one is. This quest is ridiculous. But yeah, there's a good number of upgrades. So Mothwing Cloak is super useful. This is amazingly helpful. This is good, not as useful, I find. Monarch Wings is amazingly useful. Lumify Lantern is the closest thing to be kind of like generic key, or like these are kind of like more generic keys, but I don't know. Overall, like they just don't have that many upgrades, and I think that's actually serves them really well because it means you don't get bogged down with stuff, and the sheer number of enemies is impressive. So, yeah. I really wish I knew where he had that, because I feel like he had a line of dialogue that was like, oh, there's yeah, I just don't know how to get to Queen's Station. Okay. I want to go to Queen's Station though, or how to get to the Queen's area. Ah, this gladdens me. Yeah, okay. It's nothing particular to say there. And I wanted to go over to that spot in the Mantis's village. Well, let's just go ahead and go do that spirit tree. Probably end there, but I do like those as platforming challenges. I think it's a good way to do it. And I need to remember how to get out of here, but And your mobility really ramps up the further and further you get into the game, which just feels good for this sort of game. I need to go down over. Okay. And I like having a dedicated map button like that. What? What? Ooh. Yushulu mumu. Ruba dango ula ula mugungi. Hey. Gongi gongi mishi umo sanga pogi udongo. I have no idea what you're saying, dude. This game has so much stuff in it. Like, if there's one thing that impresses me about, like, that's most impressive to me about this game, is just the sheer quantity of, like, content. Like, this is enough content for, like, proper... This way. Like, I would expect this much content in a Metroid game. That's what I'm saying. Like, when I say Metroid game, I mean Metroid. So I'm really blown away with how much they've managed to put into this thing. And I need... Okay. I should have... What is... Yeah, a warrior's grave. Okay, there's one in the Stone Sanctuary. I might want to go after one of those two, because they often give a bunch of the things. I forgot that double tapping the map button would bring up the map, but it does, which is convenient. Okay, it's just like in here, isn't it? Yeah, here it is. And these things are always just like, what? I never found this Wanderer's Journal. Well, I imagine there's a lot of stuff that I just haven't found yet, because these maps are big, and many of them, and lots of twisting, turning passages, and it's very impressive to me. Like, I can see why this would be a favorite for a lot of people. Yeah, so now I'm just looking forward to watching a speedrun. Okay. There's like 20 or something in here. I think that means I've completed all the trees that I've found. Are there any other warriors things that I haven't found? Obviously there's a Colosseum of Fools that I don't know how to get up to. Okay, so I can go up towards the green path. Nope, not the right way up. Okay. Yeah, I just need to go way up. But I still think it's probably quicker to go there from here, so... Up to the Queen's Station first. It's the right way. Yeah. What was up there? Huh, it just drops back through. Okay. Oh, okay, and that had one of those guys. Cool. Yep, need to go up. Don't know what that nose guy's about. Actually, something else that I should comment on now that I'm thinking about it. For those who are still here and are watching me bumble about, another mechanic that I'm really impressed by is their design for their magic system. I think that setup works really, really well. Okay, I think I just need to go up towards the left and then up again. In particular, that I think is notable about it is this sort of setup that they've gone with, where it rewards you with magic power for being aggressive. I think it's got some really nice advantages. So for one thing, it does not reward passive play. So something that can be a problem in a lot of, like, if you just have MP regeneration, is it promotes passive play, because playing passively is safe, right? So if you hide in your defenses, then you can heal yourself, that sort of thing. That's passive play, and that's what I'm talking about. So it doesn't do that, but at the same time, it's not a limited system. Like, so if you look at, I'm going to use Dark Souls 3 as an example here. Dark Souls 3 has a system whereby your as I'm focusing here, you have mana, but it kind of functions as a certain number of uses unless you specifically bring stuff to be able to restore it. So if you bring stuff to restore it, then of course you get more uses, but it is inherently limited unless you're using like a simple gem, and simple gems restore very, very slowly. I don't think this is where I want to go yet. So the problem with simple gems is that rate of restoration, like, if it was a good enough rate to actually be useful, it would really encourage you to just sit there and not do anything. I kind of want to keep all of these, so I'm going to hang on to them for now. See if I need to change later. So, like, if you actually have patience and can hang back, simple gems, right, it invites passive play. If it, again, was strong enough to actually regenerate you at a rate that was at all meaningful. It isn't, but if it was, you can see how that would invite more of a passive play style. It's encouraging you to sit back and hang back and, like, maybe plink with spells or whatever. Whereas this active system requires you to attack enemies to get it, but it's not functioning as a set number of uses. This one might be a few tries. I remember this being quite hard, but I've gotten upgrades since, so. Where are you? Let me heal while I'm safe to do so. Ow. So that sort of system. So, like, basically mana regeneration invites you to sit around. Limited uses through something like non-regenerating MP, or MP with limited healing items, which is functionally the same thing, right? Invites you to boss. Certain charms do not benefit me as much here as I would like. Where are you now? Over here. Ow. Got her. One by one, their eyes closed at last. I felt it, a warm stillness falling over us. I'm sorry I was frightened of you. You were always protecting us, even when we couldn't see you. Am I the remnant of the king? Take us there, please. A place where light cannot haunt us. A place without dreams. Please. Attunement. Face carved from stone. So the fact that this system is unlimited, you have unlimited MP or mana or whatever you want to call it, but at the same time it's not unlimited, right? You have a limited quantity at any given time, but you can infinite recharge, but the only way to recharge is attacking enemies, is a system that encourages proaction, right? It encourages you to be aggressive rather than passive. And that, I think, really serves the game quite well. And is a really good design consideration. Like, it's a really good idea to be like, oh, okay, so you want to cast spells? Like, spells are really powerful, but you only get so many, you only get so much healing unless you go and attack enemies. And if you attack enemies, then you can get more. And I think that's a really, really good way to design it. And I really appreciate that design. It's something that I think would go well in other games. So I would like to see it in more games. I'm going to head over to that Stagway, I think. Yeah, okay, it's just over. So that is a really neat design consideration as well. I'm going to go see what I get for turning in the 500th goal for the magic stuff, or the spirit emblem things. I'm curious to see what that gives me. Okay, I need to go over a little bit more, but also up. Okay, up here. So I'm not sure what game I'm going to play next yet, by the way. I will be starting on Monday, so it's really cool that this could end on a Friday. Like I said, this is going to be the last episode now. I've had enough time to kind of do a bit of review analysis, thinking about it. I definitely recommend this game to people. I don't have a whole lot negative to say about it. I think that they did a really good job with what I assume their goals were. They made a game that's really interesting to explore. It's very moody. They've done a really good job of like capturing this is a falling apart kingdom. And I assume that that's something they were trying to do. There's definitely some Dark Souls vibes, but it's not only that, right? There's some Legend of the Zelda stuff. I feel like at least the way the health system is set up reminds me of that. And they have some of their own stuff too. Hi, did you say something? This place has much changed since I last saw it. The greenery grows so wild the stations like to be consumed by it. Yep. Okay, so I need to go to the resting grounds and see what I get. You know, I'm okay with there being a bunch of mysteries that I personally haven't figured out yet as well, by the way. I don't set out to 100% any of the games that I'm going to stream for this. That's too much of a commitment for any given game. So, okay, well, let's see what this is. Hi, I stink. Ah, Wielder, you've returned. Let me have a look at the dream now. Ah, 500 essence. You're a master in the making. Well done, well done. I have a small reward for you. Plucked from one of my most precious memories, this charm will bring you and the Dreamnail closer together still. The secrets of this kingdom won't be able to hide from you any longer. Take it and return once you have collected 700 essence. More gifts await you. Dream Wielder. Kingdom is full of old memories, both beautiful and grotesque. Seek them out, reveal them, and gather essence. Okay, what is this? Transient charm, created for those who wield the Dreamnail and collect essence. Allows the bearer to charge the Dreamnail faster and collect more soul when striking foes. Interesting. No eyes. Lingering dream of a fallen warrior. Disappeared during the plague. They're coming. What's inside of you? Strip it out. No eyes. More things yet to find. More things yet to find. I wonder how much of a change that makes. It'd have to be pretty substantial to make that, like, usable? Curious to find out. Oh yeah, that's substantially faster. Is that actually useful for combat? I should be ending this episode, but I'm gonna drag it out a little bit longer. I still don't know how to get past those black things, though. Deck the vessel, the dreamers lay sleeping. Autumn the teacher, in her archive, surrounded by fog and mist. Lorien the watcher in his spire, looking over the city. Hera the beast in her den, amidst the deep darkness beyond the kingdom. Through the devotion, Hellenes lasts eternal. Is that actually a viable weapon? Like, that's what my question is like, what does it do if I actually hit an enemy with it? Well, I mean, protect the city? What now? Keep out? Oh, does that like hear their inner thoughts? Defend. Oh, wow. That hears their inner thoughts, but also rewards you a huge amount of soul. Fascinating. So that actually makes it useful for collecting soul. Hi. My goodness, those stink clouds are ridiculous. Look at just how much little bits of damage over time I was able to get because of them. Impressive. Yeah, this leads down to the City of Tears, doesn't it? But it would lead down to that weird spot that I haven't been able to figure out. Oh well. Mysteries abound, and there's much uncertain. There's much uncertain. Let's see. This little is part of the pleasure house. Let's just this way a little bit. Like this area right here is another one of those mysteries. Hi. If you aren't able to bust through the backside of that, I'll be surprised. I think you can see some of those worms back there, too. Anyway. I guess I don't have a good spot to bring this episode to a close, but it's certainly long enough. There are certainly mysteries to discover, things to understand, and I'm certainly not there all the way yet. But, you know, this game's been really cool. I like a lot of the systems it does. The design is really neat. I like the decision to go with all of the, like, bug themography too. Like, that's pretty unique. At least in some of the games that I've played. So I think that's really cool. Yeah. Sure, I'll take the elevator. Well, I mean, I guess they can accidentally go floating. Look, attacking me is just a bad idea, okay? At this point, I'm just kind of gratuitously going on. I kind of feel like ending in the King's Station, so I'm going to. Just down a little ways. Down here. Alrighty, everyone. Well, until the next game. Take care. Bye-bye.